the PLAB 1 exam. So this will be presented today by Dr. Rita Limbu. She is currently working in Royal Berkshire Hospital, which is one of the largest foundation trusts in the UK. It's located in Reading in England, and she will be talking about this topic this morning. So Rita, over to you.
Thank you, Prozulda, for a good introduction of mine. Let me just share my screen. Yes, I hope everyone can see it. So my name is Rita Limbu. I'm currently in the process of getting my GMC registration. And also I'm working as a medical support worker in Royal Berkshire Hospital, Reading. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give you a brief introduction regarding PLAB, what it is, the criteria that needs to be achieved before you appear or book for PLAB exam. So as we all know that PLAB is a professional and linguistic assessment board, which is designed for the immigrant doctor to be tested. And let me be clear when I say this, it is designed to see or test the immigrant doctors to check whether they are safe for the patient and if they are safe to practice medicine in UK. Without wasting much time, I'm just going to play my slides. So the first thing, what I want to tell is PLAB consists of two parts, as we all know. It consists of PLAB 1, which is a written exam, and then PLAB 2, which is an OSCE stations, which you have to come and give it in Manchester only. It's only conducted there. And well, as I was mentioning earlier about the criterias are like, you have to have a valid primary medical qualification, which is your medical degree, which you get handed after your graduation. And the other criteria is English language test. So the English language test is, you can either give the IELTS, the academic version 1, or the OET, occupational English test. So let me just talk you through briefly about the IELTS. In IELTS, there are like four parts. Let's say it's reading, writing, listening, and speaking. And in each band, you should be scoring 7, and overall it should be 7.5. Similarly, in OET, there is similarly the same parts, 4 parts, and here you don't have to score as a band, as in a scoring point. You have to get it in a grades. So if you can get a grade B in each part, that would be acceptable. And also overall, it's a grade B or A. And this occupational English test, it is you can take as many time needed to pass. And also it can be given in all the parts of the country, regardless, all the countries in the world. Sorry about that. And the other thing that you will require is 12 months postgraduate clinical experience, or you need to have a completed internship as well. The other thing is Educational Commission for Foreign Medical Graduate, ECFMG. This is you can either do it. This is your medical qualification verification. So when you do this, you can either do it in before you start for your PLAB 1, or when you have a gap between PLAB 1 and PLAB 2, or after your PLAB 2, because it's kind of lengthier process. And for this, you need to have you need to create an EPIC account, which is electronic portfolio of international credentials. Once you register yourself and make an account and you process to verify your documents, it's just a lengthier process. So I would recommend you to do it in between your PLAB 1 and PLAB 2 gap. As we all know, because of the ongoing pandemic, there will be a lot of time for you to book PLAB 2 if anyone has already cleared PLAB 1. Okay, so let's talk about PLAB 1 now. As I already mentioned, that PLAB 1 is a written test, and it contains about 180 questions, which includes all your clinical and all your clinical skills questions and your medical knowledges. So the total duration of time is 3 hours. This exam is designed in such a way that for 180 questions, you have been given 1 minute time to solve it. And each question will come with 5 probable possible answers. So you need to choose wisely and do not waste your time overthinking the questions. If you can't get the right answer at the same time, just go with your instinct and just take the answer and move on with the other questions. Please do not waste your time overthinking during the exam. Well, once you are done with the exam, it will take around 4 weeks time to publish your result. Previously, when you pass your PLAB 1, it was validated for 2 years, so that in that 2 years, you can clear your PLAB 2 as well. But because of the ongoing pandemic, now what they have done is they have extended this validation for 3 years. And pass mark, well, the pass mark depends on the day you sit for the exam, but the average pass mark is around 115, 225. So the next question is, when should one appear for PLAB 1? Well, what I would personally say is, please don't hurry to book your PLAB 1s, because you need to have a proper information regarding it. As I say, you need to meet all those criteria. And after that, what I want to say is, once you have met the, once you have cleared the OET, you have done you have got your primary medical qualification certificate. After that, what you can do is just go through a proper info, search through information regarding PLAB 1, and then only book it. And the freshers your knowledge, it is great to have the fresh knowledge and fresh clinical skills. It will help you a lot while appearing for PLAB 1. So how much time is required for the preparation of PLAB 1? Well, it is a very debatable question, because no one actually knows how much time some people say it requires only like 4 to 12 weeks. Some says 4 to 20 weeks. So it depends. It varies on the candidate's preparation time as well, and the dedication and hard work towards how quickly they want to sort PLAB 1. Well, most of the people with whom I have asked, they said that it required 4 to 16 weeks. Now, the question is, how many times can you attempt PLAB 1? Well, the PLAB 1 can be attempted 4 times, but unfortunately, in any circumstances, if you fail in your 4th attempt as well, which I wish you guys don't have to go through it, but if you fail your 4th time, then what you can do is you have to write an email to a GMC giving a very good reason why you have failed your 4 times as well. So if the GMC favors you, then obviously you'll have a one last attempt. How much does it cost? Well, currently it's costing around, it's £235. So where can I give PLAB 1? PLAB 1 can be given, let's start with our neighboring countries, India, then there's in Pakistan, in Bangladesh, in Sri Lanka, and also in Canada, Nigeria, Egypt, Australia, and UK. Whereas in these countries, apart from UK, you can appear only 2 times annually. But if you are residing in UK and you have done your MBBS from outside UK or Europe countries, then you can attempt PLAB 1 4 times in UK annually. So how to prepare for PLAB 1? How to prepare is how I prepared is, well, I gathered some information from GMC Blueprint. Apart from that, they have some free question banks over there. I did prepare that. And there are some study material for PLAB 1. The clinchers are a great help, because there are lots of scenarios and you just can't within a minute time, you can't just diagnose or choose the right answer. So clinchers are very helpful. There are other free question banks from lots of other academies. If you have heard about Samson or Swami's, if you go to their account, in the web page, they might have some free question banks as well. And there are other paid subscriptions like PLABable, PLAB Doable, PLAB One Keys. So I did practice on those as well. And also you can prepare from the PLAB groups from the social medias, like in Facebook or in Telegrams or in WhatsApp group. There are lots of social medias where you can get a group of international doctors and prepare for it. How to study for PLAB 1? So practice, 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 practice. That is the most important thing. And you need to do mocks as well. As I told you earlier, in a paid subscriptions like a PLABable, PLAB Doable, you will get like lots of mocks, and just make sure you complete all the mocks and try to score about 75% in each mocks. And for cross-reference, you can always check Oxford Handbook of Clinical Medicine and Oxford Handbook of Clinical Specialties. You can also check your knowledge, and you can also get support through, as I told you earlier, through international doctors like WhatsApp, Facebook groups, Instagram, etc. So what to do before the day of the exam? I know it's going to be very, very stressing day before the day of the exam, but what I would suggest you is when you have done the mocks, just take a good sleep and a calm mind, because you know, if you just go there without having a proper mind, then you will just end up having a bad day in the exam, and that's not worth it. As I told you, as it's mentioned in the slide, no matter if you are an early bird or an ITOL, good sleep is must before you appear for your exam. What to expect on the day of the exam? On the day of the exam, you will be given an answer sheet and a question booklet. Well, I have a sample for an answer sheet, which is similar to this. And you can see below that there is 5 options to each questions, and also a question booklet. Well, the question booklet will be thick with 180 questions and scenarios with pictures, and as well as the lab values will be given. So let me tell you that you do not waste your time just remembering all the values. Yes, what to take on the day of the exam and how to dress. On the day of the exam, it is really important that you carry your ID with which has a photo on it, like a passport, or if you are already in the UK, you might have a BRP card or UK's driving license. A stationery like a pencil, sharpener, and eraser. I would advise you to take lots of pencils already sharpened, because you won't have time to sharpen it and you know, like waste your time on it. And also, like, choose your answer wisely, please, because once you erase your answer sheet, it's kind of gonna get messy, and the computer might have problem reading your marking your mark sheet, answer set. So please choose your answer wisely. Do not wear any type of wristwatch, any type, because as we all know that there will be a clock provided in the room. And regarding the dress, well, there is no such dress code. Just wear something comfortable and which looks smart. And bear in mind, please, do not wear anything that is revealing or which is shorter in length. Yeah. So what to do after the exam? Well, once you are done with your PLAB 1, you have to obviously wait for your results, which will take around 4 weeks time. And as soon as you get your result, and if you pass, then please do book your PLAB 2. Well, given circumstances, I don't think you will be able to book PLAB 2 instantly. Well, there has been a wait list, so you might have to wait for a longer time. Do you have any questions? If you have any questions, and if I'm not clear so far, then please do send us an email on plab_enquiries@nda-uk.org.uk. And that would be me. Thank you. Back to you, Prozaldai.
Thank you, Rita, for a very, very nice presentation, very brief and informative. For everyone who has recently joined, we were talking about PLAB in the first instance. I'm going to share briefly my screen just to give you an overview of what it looks like on the GMC website before I proceed to the next speaker. So you can see my slide here. This is the General Medical Council web page. It gives you details about a brief guide on what is PLAB, how to take it, how to book things. It gives a description about part 1 and part 2, and it has got a sample questions in them too. It also gives information regarding the pass rates. You can see for the last 5 years, the pass rates accordingly. In 2020 was 69.7% who passed PLAB 1, and 74% in 2016. So if you can look at the pass rates for PLAB 2. So these are all the information that's available on the GMC website, and everybody should go through these details. And a few things might change during the because of the COVID pandemic. You know, the things about pencils and accessories that you can take and you cannot take, and masks and everything will be different every time because everything is changing all the time. But the general rules remain the same. So now I will stop sharing, and then I'll ask Deborah to introduce the second speaker. Deborah, to you.
Thank you, Mr. Gimre, for the lovely presentation, and also our chairman and Rita for giving a lovely presentation on that. Regarding the short introduction,